Hi guys, my name is Agede.
Hi guys, I'm GenZ.
What does mental health mean to you as a Gen Z?
Okay, so basically, as a Gen Z, mental health is basically everything. How I feel, how I think, how I act. Basically, it governs generally my entire emotions of the day, all the things that I do, and how I do them. So if I wake up feeling sad, my mental health is involved. If I'm excited, definitely. If I'm eating, if I'm not eating. So mental health is basically everything.
To me, mental health is like just the whole well-being of your mind. So everything she said.
According to a 2022 survey of mental health, it was found that 42% of Gen Zs are diagnosed with mental health conditions. What is your opinion on this?
Well, personally, I feel like the percentage is higher because if that's what we have for diagnosed cases, then imagine how many Gen Zs walk around, undiagnosed with mental health problems. And it's a really big deal in this our generation because of the effects of social media and because a lot of people actually feel like Gen Zs overstate their mental health issues, and that in itself can cause more mental health issues.
Yeah, so I basically agree with what she's saying, but let's look at it from this context. You know how everybody's always saying, "Oh, the Gen Zs are always talking about their mental health," but you cannot tell people how to feel. Basically, they feel this way, and they have the right to speak about it. So that's that. So if there's 42% diagnosed, I feel like there are so many other people undiagnosed.
And how does social media affect the mental health of Gen Z?
Okay, wow, that's different because being the technology based generation, we are always seen as the generation that likes to overshare. So we are always on social media posting our slightest feelings, our emotions. So we can see how well social media impacts our general outlook on life. We can see from peer pressure. There's a lot of pressure on the internet, the pressure to fit in, the pressure to look in a particular way for you, and it affects your mental health. We can also see how you wake up and go on social media, maybe Instagram, and you see someone that's your age grade and the person is making millions, and all of a sudden you're asking yourself, what am I doing with this my life self? It feels like you are underachieving, no direction, but really you are young. You really are so young. So these pressures from social media, it affects your mental health. Before you know, you're going through depression, you're trying to fake life, you're trying to fit into a construct and all those kind of things. So yes, even oversharing is an escape route. So basically, yeah.
So what even causes those feelings, I think for me, is the fear of missing out.
Okay.
So, it boils down to peer pressure again. It's just this time you're also affected by peers that you know nothing about. You never met these people in your life. You don't even know if like that's your real life. You don't even know if this is a catfish account, and you're like, okay, so I'm not doing this right, I'm not doing that right. And then there's the information overload, so we're oversensitized. Like every time we go online, there's like so many things, and it can cause your emotions to tumble. So this oversensitization causes you to, attach yourself to emotions that are not even yours.
Mm-hmm.
You can be sad because someone you like on social media is sad.
Yeah.
And they posted that they are sad. So like these feelings are not yours, but you associate with them. So, sometimes you just have to take a step back and be like, okay, you know what, this is not even about me. So we need to tend to like learn to decenter ourselves from things. It's not about you.
Say that again, the center, because we are always at the center. Basically, so.
Do you really think Gen Zs are comfortable showing their mental health problems online, or are they just doing it to compare themselves to others?
Well, there's two sides to it, and I feel like a lot of people actually share because they want to. Personally, I post my feelings. Twitter is a journal for me. It's like an online journal because I journal a lot, and if I'm not writing in the book, I will be writing on Twitter. And sometimes it helps me, just to feel better, and I know it helps some other people because sometimes you can post something and someone can relate and they're like, oh, this kind of thing happened to me. Or sometimes someone posts something and you feel like you can relate to it, so it makes you want to share your own experience, and it happens a lot. There was this whole thing trending. It was for periods actually, but a lot of girls were seeing symptoms that they thought they were crazy for having, and they were like, oh my god, so you also have this too. So some people actually make other people to post, but I feel like sometimes it's not a pressure thing. It's just because you feel finally, oh, I'm not alone.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I feel like even for people that don't post a lot, they can do something for that.
Okay. I personally, on this other end of the spectrum, I'm very private. I don't share. I keep my things to myself. If I'm talking about it, I have overcome it. But then again, social media or posting can basically be a form of escapism for other people, just to be able to just express yourself, not feel stuffed or set aside. Do you understand? Just to express yourself and feel like, okay, another person also feels this way, so definitely I'm not crazy. So sometimes it is just, to just get, comfort from another person. So.
Kinds of mental health resources do Gen Zs have access to?
Okay. I feel like when it comes to mental health resources, Gen Zs have access to mental health resources, but not the actual resources that we need. Because when you think about mental health resources, the first thing that comes to your mind should be like therapy. But rather, what we have access to is Google, AI, other just softwares that help us self-diagnose. Imagine going on Google and tell Google, so I woke up this morning and I'm feeling sad and I just feel like cleaning, I hate the sight of dust. You just give them a couple of these and he now tells you, oh, you have OCD. Those are not disorders that you self-diagnose or the internet should diagnose for you. You need actually a specialist in this field to diagnose you. But those are the resources we have access to, so we go to Google to diagnose ourselves. So when it comes to resources, I feel like the resources we actually need are not the resources we have, because basically most Gen Zs, we cannot afford therapy. Therapy in Nigeria is expensive, we cannot afford it. So the resources we need, we don't have them.
So I feel like that's why more mental health organizations such as GenZ, we need to have like a better presence on social media, because everybody looks at social media these days, and at the end of the day we are trying to make this a better place for all of us. So if we have those resources online where we can go and get like verifiable information and stuff that can help us, and then I feel like it's just going to be easier for everyone.
So I hope everybody was jotting things down so they can take things away. If you did not, replay this video so you can jot things down. And so we actually do offer all these services here at SDF. You can follow us on social media. We drop tips all the time. I hope you guys enjoy this video.
Yeah, and you can also visit our office. So you can see our address on our Instagram page. You can also reach out to us via our DMs. We reply immediately. You can talk to us about anything, and you can trust that your stories are safe with us. Remember that this week you decenter from social media. You find yourself away from the influence of people.